Congress has been fucked up for a long, long time. People act like this is anything new, but it isn't. And it's worse now than in the past. And I have talked about Congress, of course, in previous videos. But the big problem now is we have a senator, and it's mostly the Senate rather than the House. But we have mostly a senator that just gets off, sadistically gets off, at being able to throw his weight around and stop bills dead in their tracks. And I don't think I have to say who it is. But it's not that. You've run out my ass. But anyway... But anyway, it's Mitch McConnell. This thing is under a paywall. I will put the link on in the description. But last spring, Jane Mayer, of the New Yorker, wrote a long piece about Mitch McConnell and his little antics and how he's abused his power. And he abuses his power because he can. There's nobody to rein him in. But that's the biggest reason why Congress is screwed up. It's totally screwed up. So the New Yorker, or not the New Yorker, but the New Republic, had this article the other day, and they act like, you know, this is something new, and it's not new. It's always been messed up. And, of course, the COVID-19 relief bill that Trump is most likely going to pocket veto. I don't see it becoming reality before Biden becomes president. And, of course, it has to be completely redone when he does become, or after, even before he becomes president. But when the new session starts early in January. But the COVID-19 relief bill has 5,593 pages. It's an omnibus bill. And this is one of the biggest damn problems with the House and with the Senate, is they have these gigantic bills that they start out with an idea, and then, of course, then they come up with another idea to put inside the bill, and then another idea to put inside the bill, and then the lobbyists pitch in with their little handouts that they want, and other special interests that have their own lobbyists, and they write stuff that they want passed. And so there's all this shit. It snowballs, and there's all this shit, this massive shit, that nobody has the time, or frankly the inclination, to read. And we're talking the people that actually vote on this stuff. Half the time they don't even know, well, most of the time, probably 95% of the time, they don't know what's all in the bill. So there could be some poison pill things in a bill, or there could be some stuff in there that's really, really bad stuff, but it's buried under all this stuff. So why does Congress do that? Well, I think they got the big idea long ago, some genius, that instead of putting through standalone bills, and that's usually what you get on the state level, is there are standalone bills, and the legislature votes on it, and then it goes to the governor's desk. But some genius long time ago decided, well, we could kill 1,000 birds with one stone if we just combine all this legislation into one bill, and the president either has to sign it or veto it, since the line item veto is not constitutional. If you'll remember, Bill Clinton in his presidency tried to do a line item veto of a bill, and it was challenged in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said no, it isn't legal to do that. So they either have to vote, they either have to sign it or they have to veto it. All of it. It's either all of it or none of it. And so that's the problem, is that they have these giant bills that they figure they can get more done if they just slop all this crap together, all this pork, all these other bills, and put it inside a giant spending bill, and then submit that to the president. And the president either has to approve it all, or approve none of it. And that's one of the big problems. And this is why, if you look at statistics about how many bills Congress actually passes, it's pathetically few. Where decades ago they would pass hundreds of bills, or at least dozens of them. Now they might pass a few a year. It's because of this. And it's deceptive in a way, because these huge spending bills have a lot of other little laws and regulations they want to put in. So, yeah, it's really fucked up. But the biggest problem, of course, is the United States Senate. And as long as Republicans have control of that, and in general, and Mitch McConnell in particular, has control of it, because he's just a sadistic bastard. And the only thing he cares about is polluting the court system with more right-wing extremist Federalist Society types. He couldn't care less about the American people. And this thing with the stimulus, and I already talked about it in my previous video, it is so frustrating, because they're just playing goddamn games. They had no intention of helping people. And then now it's all about getting the Georgia voters out for the special election a week from Tuesday, which most of the voters there have already voted early. And they're trying to score points. And never mind that people are hurting. People are dying out here. People are in danger of being evicted out here. People have lost jobs. Even if you haven't lost a job, a stimulus check would help a great deal. And I'd always read about or hear people say, well, I don't need that stimulus. It should be for the people who really need it. No, what don't they understand about stimulus? The whole point of it is to get the economy jump-starting again. And so, anyway, yeah, the Congress is fucked up. So they haven't really said anything that we don't already know. And yeah, he talks about what's in this final bill. One provision in the bill would make illegal streaming of copyrighted material into a felony offense. And then another measure has national standards for horse races and imposes anti-doping measures. And then it has pipeline safety requirements and money for Smithsonian Museum for the History of American Women. And, you know, there's all these unrelated shit. I mean, and most of these may have good intentions, but it's all unrelated shit, and it's all put in there. And so no wonder nobody knows what in the hell they're voting on. And there needs to be more standalone bills. And supposedly, this... and I doubt it's going to go anywhere. Monday, the Democrats are going to propose that $2,000 stimulus as an amendment to the big package that was sent down to Florida that Trump has no intention of signing, because he's too busy playing golf with Lindsey Graham. But that they're going to do that as a standalone. But that should have been a standalone to begin with. And really, all this COVID-19, everything to do with COVID-19, should be a standalone bill. Not all this other horse shit. But, and then, and he notes here, it's, and even some right-wing, those on the right have spoken up in frustration. It's absurd to have a $2.5 trillion spending bill negotiated in secret, and then, hours later, demand an up or down vote on a bill that nobody has had the time to read. But they kind of made their bed, you know? They put in all these arcane rules, and the Senate the worst of all. Because one person, that person, could kill a bill. So they go through all this crap for nothing. But, yeah, Congress is fucked up. There isn't a hell, you know, it's nothing new under the sun there. And I ain't holding my breath we're ever going to see any kind of stimulus, at least not before Biden gets inaugurated.